Double ops again for Eternal Fire. But it's Wakadia left alone on A. Aggressive smoke in mid. Seen a fair few frags from this position. But Monty being patient. They've used about 5 grenades in this round so far.
These are Eternal Fire. Can hold some nades of their own though. That one on the money. Does a bit of damage to Demka. Adia dumps that smoke. Utility here from Monty, but the bomb is not. They're just taking a bit of map control, keeping Eternal Fire second guessing. He's seeing if they can bait out some aggression from the CTs elsewhere. That hasn't happened though. Eternal Fire happy to stick in their own side of the map, but look at that. Wakadia pushes and sees that A play's a fake and that those B players need to be ready on the hold.
They've got no flashes left. Just nades to clear smokes, gambles to take, choke points to push. Advantage Eternal Fire. Those flashes for their execute. What is happening? Waro doesn't realize where that shot just came from. It's behind him. Saw it hit the wall, but maybe he didn't. Now it's down to Bro, instantly traded. Monty are falling to pieces. They had no flashes for any push in any direction.
Yeah, they used a lot of utility over towards A. It looked like they were trying to sell a massive fake over towards that A bomb site. And once Wakadia pushes through, gets that one kill and sees it's clear, the team, guys, come back, stack that B bomb site. And they're not going to have the nades to properly take it. So heads up play from Eternal Fire. Great play from Wakadia there, gets all the info needed. And Eternal Fire back into the lead for now. Wow, what a shot from Bro against an AWP holding that angle. You have no right winning that duel. But that could be a big difference maker here.
That smoke could be key, and again, we've got a humongous grenade dump. Xantares through the smoke, collecting more. They've thrown almost everything at the problem there, Monty. Just with a smoke in that choke point. It's almost like a nervous ejection of utility. One flash, one smoke, one molly for the remainder of the round.
Does come down to who can handle the nerves.
Look how proactive Eternal Fire are being as well. With all that junk on B, they've left only Calyx there, and the 3 of the remainder are clearing mid together. They're being proactive. And they might just have a look at the right time if they have a peek on that bridge, as Woxic will do. Sees one lurking. They're looking for that info. Calyx gets the burst in the face. Lost towards B. That may stretch Eternal Fire further. Woxic's heading that way. The remaining 2 on the A bomb site. Will they be enough though? Basically a 4v2 on this A bomb site. Make it 1 now. Xantares alone with the AWP. Helpless.
So smart from Bro, just ducks back, knows he doesn't need to give away the fight, and Woxic has no clue. Made it impossible. Didn't need to give away the duel because the site was taken. Bro has been a beast on this map. 29 kills. Under the pressure of the grand final, it's the young man stepping up for Monty right now. And honestly, no one else is. Bro leading by example for the team, despite being the rookie, despite being the youngest player, the most inexperienced player on this squad. He's playing with the class of a veteran right now with these moves he's making.
Big exchange in mid this time.
Xantares welcomes it, I'm sure, after that previous round. And also when he's got Woxic here to help him.
Very hard to respond to that. Xantares still hungry for more, just constantly re-peeking. Calix spots the bomb carrier, Waro. Minute 15 on the clock. Monty holding on to more flashes for now. A lot of CTs here. Xantares going beyond the utility. Will they commit to this? Bombs rotating over to them. This bro dispatched off.
Doesn't look like Monty know what they're doing. Some of them funnel into the site. The bomb wasn't here. Not on the same page right now. And that cannot afford to happen in such a key overtime. 2v4, they'll try to recover what they can, but we're Kadia get in behind them at just the right time. Oh, he stopped. Actually means Monty has snuck past here. Woxic thought might have been caught off there, but he's ready. 20 seconds. Waro might actually get a bomb plant, but it's still so much to ask in a 1-on-4.
Oh dear.
He didn't believe.
Are in trouble. Completely run out of steam, run out of water. Run out of ideas, it seems like.
I think this side switch is needed. That T side was looking poor. Mistakes were being made. Maybe the side switch will freshen things up.
Are you ready to win, Monty? I think that's the question. After some rounds that we just witnessed, Eternal Fire certainly seemed to be.
We heard the Death say, Monty haven't won any international lands. Could that pressure be getting to them? They've never been in a scenario like this. So close to a trophy. They've got to show that they've got it in them now. One round down. Sure, there's a third map, but this is their map pick. This is a golden opportunity for them, and they don't want to let it slip.
It would look like a choke if they did. Eternal Fire then on that T side. The boatload of utility. Fresh off the docks. SDY popping up for 2. That's pretty good. A lot of info as well. Waro posted up, still alive for the time being. Lost position, lost his angle though. They've been here before, however, and he's got cover from Depka. Will there be a trade? He didn't check for the second one. Maybe forgot lessons of the past. Arcadia creeping. Look at that peak. My word. That is what I call a turbo decapitation. Krasnal 1 versus 2. Made one now. Calix the last man. He's got a Molotov and it will be deployed. But if he holds it, he should be good for this. That's never going to work.
As soon as Krasnal saw where the bomb was, he made up his mind. I'm sticking this. I know I've got the time for it, whatever Calix does. Basically nothing that could be done against that play. Great decision, and more importantly, made that decision so quickly. The indecisiveness has costed Monty at times, but that was an important round for them. Tied up again. For Eternal Fire, it's already been a hell of a long day, as you can see. But if they want to win this grand final, they've got to make it even longer by bringing us to a third map. For Demka, he nearly died through the smoke. And then Wakadia doing what he could, but once he was traded, Krasnal knew exactly what he needed to do.
They look stressed. Don't blame them either. Tied up again then. Eternal Fire have been in so many overtimes. Important round for Monty. They needed to be reminded what a round win feels like. A little more patient with their util. On this T side, Eternal Fire creating some spells for them, space for themselves. Denial of information. See how keen Demka is for it. Trying to stop a take of this area. Does he hear Xantares? Oh, you must do. That would have been an important frag. Xantares knows that the area has not quite been established for Eternal Fire. They'll have to bear that in mind with their execute.
Monty sticking with this setup. 3 on B. Exec will come in, and they don't have many nades to counter this. So maybe the numbers will be enough.
Very, very nice by Bro, and he's got more in him as well. Creeping, looking towards Calyx. SDY will trade. Warrow's here with the grenade also. Now it's Major versus 4. 18 seconds. Instantly traded, and Monty are back. Just like that. Challenger point once again.
Crowd on their side, and they finally have their chance. We thought they'd get a chance to close in regulation. Eternal Fire fought back, but look at that from Bro. Wipes the smoke at the right time, exposes 2 players. Bro has been playing above his years here in this grand final. They win this one. They've got him to thank.
Get your headset on, buddy.
Got a little too excited. It's not over yet. One more round of this overtime.
Are they in the right mindset?
I mean, Eternal Fire have faced a few elimination points already. They know what this feels like. And they know they can pull through.
Weirdly, the CT side might be a relief for Monty to finish things off on this side, the way the C side was going. An AK for SDY, an AK for Demka also. Krasnov pulls out the scope of the AUG once again. Just don't get shot through that smoke. Early presence from Eternal Fire. It's not busy for now. So they force the CTs back on A. We'll see if they go for a re-aggression. What is the next stage of their plan?
They see Monty tend to focus really heavily on this A main control. So even when they lose it here, they try and take it back quickly. Smoke has just gone up to obscure their vision, actually. Rotated many players over, but have a look at that bomb.
See how important it is for both teams to tell the other team, we are here, this is where we are.
Oh boy, this site could be very vulnerable if they're not careful. They're just now pushing A. Eternal Fire about to pull the trigger.
Race is on to get there as soon as they can. Demka might be on the flank, but look at the numbers. They will be overwhelming if they time it right. Xantares gets things started. Of course, it's Xantares who finds the second. Major catches Demka in the meantime. The point slipping away again for Monty. 5 on 2. And they know where Warrow is. He gets nothing for that. Seems we may not be done with this one just yet. Gotta go for it. No smoke. Just that one flash. No one's gonna peek him. He's gotta go further. He's gotta go deeper to the point of no return. Think he just found it. Overtime continues. Will it be 2 maps or 3?
Both teams have had a chance now. Neither able to close. For Eternal Fire, though, what an exquisite call that was. They put a lot of pressure over towards A. Taking a bit of control. And then able to bring it all the way back to B. And I think they realized Monty just love to have that A main control. They don't feel as comfortable sitting back on the site. So when all those Monty players go over to take back that A control, Eternal Fire can pounce on B. Only 2 CTs there. And the reinforcements arrived too late. Eternal Fire could find a way here. Just feel like it's their tournament. It would feel like they're immortal with what they've been through today. But that's easier said than done.
31 kills for Bro. So far, not enough. We continue in overtime. Utility fight so important between these squads. Will we see something a little faster for Eternal Fire? A straight send, perhaps. We've seen those grenades be deployed there before. Woxic posting up as well, with more grenades also. He's in his position now for those nades. Riflers start to move through. Antares offering something to Krasnal. Very painful indeed. In the meantime, in they go to that A-bomb site. The chain flashes are here, but Waro will hold the high ground for the time being. Defensive angle now as Mercadian heads towards that mid position, but look at the comms. Great spray from Bro. 4 on 2, Major creeping, trying to find something. He's got to take the fight to them. He's the only man standing now. Last one to fall, first round Monty.
Very well played by Monty in this one. They don't fall for any of the pressure elsewhere. They stay strong with their hold on that A site. I love how Waro plays it. Get the 1 kill, drop back. And again, Bro, just such a solid rock for this team. Comes in with a double kill in that one. Krasnal switching it up with that secondary AWP as well. So it's Monty who strikes first this time. And they may need it, because we saw their struggles on the T side prior. Seems like the CT side is what is working for them right now in overtime. Oh, this could be faster.
Mercadian's got a very good angle. Eternal Fire have been good at getting these fast entries, and they're looking for exactly that, more of the same. Antares just responds faster than you can pull the trigger. 3 on 2 for Eternal Fire, looking to tie the score once more. Demka just around the corner, showing some presence, deploying a molly. Can Waro play off of that? They run straight into his arms, but Major still standing. Drops by Demka then. More for Waro to do. Quick jump peek, and he knows what the mission is. Going deep to take a peek, but not making the connection. Being teased, looking for that flick. Wakadia is trolling. Demka now, 1 versus 2. Where is Calix is the question. There he is, and there he goes. Is there time to defuse this bomb? He's got to get the kill on Wakadia. Taking just enough time. Has he done enough? I think he has. Surely this is for Eternal Fire.
Indeed it is. I think those shots that tag Demka just make sure he can't get there in time. Even if Wakadia doesn't get the kill, gets a little bit of a tag, which really slows that move speed. Even if he wasn't tagged, I think it would have been tough to get there, but maybe possible. With those shots landing, it was not meant to be. Eternal Fire forced to their limits to win that round, but they find it. Bring it back to an even scoreline. And if they could win this one, then that CT side that's been Monty's friend here in overtime could go against them. Waro established on the angle, though. That's more like it.
Oh!
He goes back for more.
It is so hard to see multiple targets and actually hit one rather than shoot straight between them. But he did that in a split second. Fighting for a trophy in the middle of that stage. Not just a trophy, a place in Pro League as well.
Still time for Eternal Fire. Nades as well. This B site could still be wrapped, could still be uncomfortable. They don't have utility right now to defend both sides.
Krasnal doesn't know which way to look. Almost spin botting is Krasnal. 180 now, looking for Xantares and Wicadia. You didn't know that both players are here. Spinning out, that's wonderful. They take that lead, that one round, that crucial round as the sides change. And surely it can't be as bad as it was last time.
Yeah, Krasnal cleans up. Loves using the Orc in and around that sewer area. This time playing behind the pillar. Bad shot from Waro, as you said. Has to make the decision in an instant and has to go with it. Great flick. Great choice to pick just one player out of the bunch. And as you said, maybe having a bit of a break, having a bit of time away from that T side could benefit Monty. Perhaps they come back with fresh ideas, a bit more confidence in their game. What a grand final this is. What a semi-final it was for Eternal Fire to even get here. Many overtimes for them already, many elimination points that Eternal Fire were able to beat to get here. But now they find an even tougher test in the form of Monty. Brazen from Eternal Fire, taking space with their utility. Xantares wanted to wipe that smoke, but he got Molly back. Meanwhile, look at Bro skirmishing onto this B site, and he's taken the Orber out of the equation.
That is such an important frag. Look how much area control they have, but they've got to get beyond this choke point. Starting to move in are these CTs, and Bro loses the jewel. That's the bomb carrier spotted, and there he goes. Down to a 2-on-2. Wicadia now alone. They don't know where he's coming from. 1 versus 2. There goes Waro. Molly to buy some time. Post up behind the boxes. Demka's there somewhere. Gonna be ready for his jiggles.
I wonder if Demka's hoping Wicadia second guesses that he could be going to A, but he's actually just sticking around. Oh, the bomb spotted! Wicadia! So close. Damage both ways. Demka so low. But Demka with the wide swing! What a headshot!
Big jewel, big round. You can see how much that means. That's everything for Monty. That's confidence. That's momentum. And soon it might just be Challenger Yongshiping as well. Such a big fight from both teams on the bomb site. Absolutely ready with the wide swing there, Demka. No fear whatsoever. Is this the round for Monty? That takes them all the way.
Monty just showing so much more confidence now in overtime than they were prior. Waro finding an angle, and he just about pulls the trigger in time. Not able to get the second. Now they're aware Majors is on this bomb site. What do Monty want to do? Looks like they're going to group up for this play.
Overwhelm. Battery on the bomb site is the plan. Bro fishing around that smoke, trying to reveal some more Eternal Fire players. Xantares having a look. AKs will be trained on him, but he'll deliver for now. 40 seconds now, and Xantares is not done with this just yet. Makes it a 3-on-3 after he dives to Krasnal. Walk 6 out there with the AWP as well. Oh, surely he saw one. But he thinks they're closer up top. Oh, bro, how fast are you? That compromises all the angles. Major swing and a miss, and this could be the end of the line for Eternal Fire. Bro's peaks are outrageous. 36 frags on the server for him. 10 seconds to plant that bomb. Wicadia is here, and SDY does it. Monty do it into your ESL Challenger champions.
What a run from Monty. They had to do it the hard way here in overtime. Incredible performance from them. They secure that spot at Pro League. They secure their first international trophy. And there were moments there where it looked like they were in trouble. There were moments where it looked like they could have been down and out, but they fought their way back into that overtime. This team has been put together, constantly underappreciated, constantly disrespected, and they've made it happen.
Here they are. We're getting them to celebrate a little bit. They're going to head on over to the other team. Look how happy you are, LMBT. I like it a lot. A little bit of handshakes. We have a very small crowd right now getting ready to cheer them on. So once your ESL Challenger champions are finished there, they're going to come on over to me and have a quick chat. Come on, gents. Monty, your first LAN final. I need to chat to SDY. Hold on, I'll let you know when you can pick it up. Don't you worry, it's still yours, it's there. What an incredible performance, such tenacity from your team. What did you think of that series?
Yeah, I think it was a crazy game, to be honest, a lot of pressure, but our team handled it very well, and that's the most important part for us, for sure.
It was fantastic. I want to chat to Bro real quick. My friend, look, a lot of people don't know this. Everyone watching at home, you finished this morning and you were actually really sick. We thought we might have to send you to the hospital, but you pulled through. How are you feeling right now?
I mean, I don't even know what time it is. I've been awake for way too long, and time to go to bed, I think. But with the trophy. So.
Are you going to bed with the trophy? Are we going to get that photo later? Yes, I've decided. Right, I think you did all the talking on the server. We spoke earlier, LMBT, you said that this is for everyone watching at home to support them. You've shown that strength. The fans are here, the flags are up. I think you want to pick up that trophy, right? Yes? I tell you what, let's make some noise for your ESL Challenger champions. They're going to Pro League, they're getting stacks of money, and this is your trophy. It's Monty!
Monty are your ESL Challenger Jönköping champions. Spots into Pro League, plenty of cash in the bag as well, and a monstrous performance. Anubis was wild, went down to the wire, overtimes galore, but I'm so happy for these guys, their first international title. Michael, what does this win mean for Monty?
I mean, it adds credibility. You know, these guys have been grinding, they have been hustling to get themselves further and further into tournaments. They have competed at top-level events versus Tier 1 caliber teams, and now they find themselves in a position where they came in as one of our favorited teams, one of the teams we had the most growth out of during the roster moves as well. This adds a whole lot more to their confidence. Even though there were shaky moments, they always persevere.
It was an absolute masterclass. What an entertaining grand final. And I will be so happy that these boys, we will see them in the next iteration of the Pro League. And you know what? They deserve it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Monty had a storming year, and it certainly felt like when they lost Boros, maybe that would be a problem. SDY comes into cool. It looks brilliant for them. But let's not ignore the facts. At times on that Anubis, it looked bad. At times, they had a huge lead. I think it was 11-7. T-side Anubis, of all things, with economic control, it slipped. I was so nervous going into overtime. But at the end, they had composure. Warrow was the player taking over the game. One of the players looking flustered. Monty, I don't know what happened there in that final overtime, but they just came alive.
Yeah, it felt like they just suddenly realized that they couldn't afford to lose this map. You know, it's something that has happened to them in previous series where they win their opponent's pick and then they lose out on an Anubis that they're typically very comfortable with. So for them, you know, there was a point in that game where they didn't look like they had an organized T-side attack, didn't feel like they had plans coming into rounds, but I do love that we've had these moments for Monty and they have continued to adapt, and they've not shied away. And honestly, massive shout out to Bro. Like an outstanding map from him. And, you know, getting the added context of him being ill for this game.
Wow.
I don't know how he was so sick outside of the server and in it.
Yeah, absolute massive performance by Bro, and even not the likes of Santares firing on all cylinders after that ace round. I was sure that was the turning point that was gonna take us to the third map, but no. Monty just had the resilience, they had everything, and yes, they had Bro.
He was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Without a shadow of a doubt, the map of his career. Incredible way to get them not only into overtime, but to winning here on Anubis. When this team lost Boris, they said, where on earth could they find a player of that sort of caliber? Where on earth could they find someone with that sort of individual prowess? And Bro, at least in this map, showed that this kid has all the skills to take Monty to those upper echelons.
These are the types of games that define how much we see growth from you. You know, but this is where we set expectations, because if you can be a big game player for your squad, that is an invaluable asset. And you know, I feel like Bro had too many moments that basically propped Monty up to succeed.
It was absolutely brilliant. He was with the backs against the walls when they needed him the most. The guy's sick and he's still doing all this incredible stuff. Of course, Krasnal being his anchor alongside of him did phenomenal.
Yeah,
to set
partner in
him up.
crime.
Yes, to set him up for success. But a masterful performance by Bro.
This man right here, though, SDY, our MVP of the tournament. Individually, sensational. But a question I have for you, Michael, is one we brought up earlier. SDY, as an in-game leader, what he's done with this team, you said he needs an international title to be considered a world-class in-game leader. What's the verdict now?
I do think that he has the potential to be in that conversation. You know, I don't think you can talk about players being top-level in-game leaders without silverware behind you. You know, it was one of the things that held back players like Snappy as well. You know, even though his ENCE project looked so promising for so long, it was only when we started to get silverware from him that we started to consider them contender teams and actual challenger or title-winning teams. I do want to look at this SDY core and this SDY Monty version and look to the future and think, yeah, we can see them, you know, in a Katowice or a Cologne and actually take it to a lot of these top levels.
Yeah, that's why I'm so excited to see what they're going to be able to do once they have, once the next season of the ESL Pro League begins, because, you know, that's when we are going to see them consistently play against the top tier teams. And I am damned to be sure that Monty, they will continue to climb to the very top.
They've been incredible so far. Ranked number 7 in the world, despite not being a partner team. They have to play so much damn Counter-Strike. They seem to enter every single tournament. If we're looking towards the future for Monty, Michael, what does it look like? How far can they climb? Surely from here it only gets tougher. That's just the reality, isn't it?
I mean, are you saying you want them to play even more games of Counter-Strike? Is that what you're asking for them to do?
I don't think that's possible, but yeah. How high can they climb? What's the upper echelon? What's the upper limit?
I mean, for me, the upper limit does feel like it's, you know, at the moment there's a lot of uncertainty with teams about roster moves and, you know, top-level squads not maybe having the cohesion that they're looking for in CS2. I think if they're able to sort of capture this sort of energy, you know, the ability to adapt, the sort of pop-off performances, I think we could consider them, you know, a top 5 team if we're sort of looking down that stretch. But right now, I think it's kind of difficult to say without seeing them against some of these teams that are a bit more proven. You know, we have teams like FaZe, for example. We have teams like Vitality that could be in those conversations. Monty have a steep way to climb to sort of have those ups.
Yeah, and there is another ESL Challenger event this season too, where they will be playing. So I think that's gonna give us an exact pinpoint if they're, you know, a one-trick pony, or if they're actually this is the new Monty.
It's also, you know, that next Challenger event would be in Atlanta, which is one of those things where, you know, in terms of traveling overseas, this is not an opportunity that most of these guys have been able to have. You know, traveling to America is not something that a lot of these up-and-coming European players get to experience, and so that could be just a good learning experience for them in terms of compensating for jet lag or dealing with, you know, a different culture, for example.
All part of the Challenger experience. So congratulations again to our champions. We'll wrap it up with them, and let's talk the second place team, Eternal Fire. They gave that everything to stay in that second map of the series, to even make it to this grand final. They had to go to levels, to realms that few of us can even conceive. All in all, surely this is still a positive result for the Turkish squad, Michael.
I definitely think so. I mean, they came off of another LAN. You know, this is the second time that they are the bridesmaid, not the bride. It is unfortunate in that element, but I think we saw some good growth. And honestly, I think a humbling of Eternal Fire in the very opening round. You know, we started this tournament, them losing to Nouns, who were definitely an underestimated team moving in. And every game, Eternal Fire got better. And in this final as well, you know, it wasn't just Bro, it was the battle of the two youngsters. Wicadia as well looked sensational, actually gave a lot of space for Xantares to succeed.
Yeah, and when Xantares is being set up for success, we saw it on the server. We saw it. Anubis was a masterful performance by him. Even that ace round, absolute brilliant. But in the end, it's just a little too late, or a little too little, too little too late. Regardless, a phenomenal tournament for by Eternal Fire, and they surely maybe could also still have a shot.
I will say the Eternal Fire guys are very good in these sort of chaotic late round situations. I feel like they've got away with a lot in the MIBR series. I feel like there's a lot of situations where maybe they overstep that mark, but they have that explosiveness that, if reined in the right way, actually could be like a very valuable asset to them in the future.
Yeah, I think if they can continue to improve on their ranking, because the only way in for them now into the ESL Pro League will be through world rankings. So I am hoping that they're going to be able to keep that form, keep getting those second places. I mean, they've worked a lot of points, and if they can keep on form, they will probably also be able to win some tournaments.
Now, one man we have to mention is Wicadia. He was brilliant on this second map. Unfortunately for him, wasn't quite enough to get them to the third and final, but in terms of being a new prospect, in terms of growing into this team, he looked great at Pro League, he looked great here. He's not the finished product yet, but this kid, if he continues this trajectory, my God, could Eternal Fire have a really dangerous duo.
I mean, he's got the makings of another Xantares.
Absolutely.
You know, that's the scary part. Like, how have they been able to clone this man into another
That's
into another
what
vessel?
they're using their academy team for. It's just to produce Xantares clones. And if you're capable of producing this level of skill, what is he, 18 years old, 19 years old? He's such a young player. He has many years left in his career, and only the sky is the limit for Wicadia.
Yeah, I just think that he has like incredible mechanics, and for me in this game, you know, he actually was the standout, and then we had Xantares, I think, started like 2-9, and then I think he ended up like 25-18 or something. You know, that's the kind of thing that we see from Xantares in terms of recovery, but if not for Wicadia, they don't even get a look in on this Anubis.
Every single player of Eternal Fire has had their moment this tournament. We had Major on that incredible Anubis game. We've seen Calix step up, Voxic on Mirage. Of course, Xantares is always someone we have to talk about. The impact that he has is just phenomenal. And Wicadia, what a